Hello, my dear friends. I am Tashrifa and I welcome you all back to my channel. I'm here once again with another presentation, but this time I am here to say about black. Do you know why I said blank? Because I want you to find out what am I going to be saying today. I'm going to give you some hints so that you can understand and just guess it. So first hint is that it is related to the condition of the earth before and right now. The second one is it is related to pollution. Third, it is related to plastic, bags, bottles, etc. And the fourth one, it is related to global warming. Yes, we are going to do about plastic pollution today. This is not natural, it is artificial, it is made by us humans. Let us see what can we do or what is plastic pollution and what is the effects of this topic. Come on, let's go in. So let us start about this plastic pollution. The introduction to plastic pollution. Before I get into this introduction, you may know what is plastic pollution, how does it affect us, does this affect the globe, how does it affect the animals, how it affects the people and the humans, how does it affects the humans organs, and many the and you also know how does it affects the water bodies and the living things inside the water. So before that, let me just tell what is plastic pollution. Plastic pollution is the accumulation of plastic objects and particles. Examples: plastic bottles, bags, and microbeads, etc. In the Earth's environment that adversely affects wildlife, wildlife habitat, and humans, as I said. Plastics that act as pollutants are categorized into micro, meso, or macro debris based on their sizes. Plastics are inexpensive because you also know that we will get plastic in a cheap rate and durable too. And as a result, level of plastic production by humans are high, like really high. However, the chemical structure of most plastic renders them resistant to many natural processes of degradation, and as a result, they are slowly to degrade. Together, these two factors have led to a high prominence of plastic pollution in the environment. Hope you understand what is actually plastic pollution and how is it affecting from the beginning till now. The use of plastic and its effect on this environment. There can be some uses and it does affect the environment, as I said before itself before we start the presentation. So let me just read it inside whatever is there in this presentation and make understand of it. Plastic pollution is emerging as a top threat to ocean's ecosystem. See, this world, as I said, the most of the water bodies are covered with these plastic substances, which is harming the living living organisms inside the water. By 2025, there could be 1 ton of plastics for every 3 tons of fish in the ocean. Oh my gosh, even I can't believe it. Plastics debris affects nearly 700 species worldwide through entanglement and ingestion, alters natural biological and chemical processes, provides a means for the introduction of toxins into the food web, and costs the US economy millions of dollars annually. See, the majority of this debris comes from land based sources. Example, plastic manufacturers, processors, landfills, sewage overflows, litter, etc. With only 14% of plastic packaging and containers recycled in the US, 75% of the leakage is due to the uncollected waste in the US. The three gases produced by burning plastics and how these gases affect our environment. There are a total of four actually: the carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, chlorofluoride carbon 12. From a grocery store, 1 minute. Um, from a grocery store to the ethylene lotions, our plastic consumption is omnipresent due to their chemical component composition. All plastics take from 450 to 1000 years to biodegrade. Many cannot be recycled at all, and none can be recycled more than a few times. This deadly fusion combined with the obscenely high rate of production, which involves burning fossil fuels and ensuing greenhouse gas emissions, has made plastic a global environmental tragedy with disastrous consequences for both humans and wildlife. Fraction of the global plastic waste that enters the ocean, 3%. It's estimated that around 3% of global annual plastic waste enters the ocean each year. Health hazards of plastic oceans. Microplastics are a major part of this issue. Microplastics are tiny pieces of plastic which come from larger plastics that have been degraded over time. See, for example, I'm throwing a plastic cup inside the soil. After 50,000 years, my granddaughter or the granddaughter of the other granddaughter, sorry, is when she sees that the the plastic, there it would be completely degraded, and tiny particles of the plastic will be there. Those are called as microplastics. Sea animals often eat microplastics because of their small size, and plastic contains toxic chemicals which can increase the chance of disease and affect reproduction after ingesting microplastics. Seals and other animals may suffer for months or years before they die. In 2014, an estimated 15 to 51 trillion microplastic particles were floating in the world's ocean, weighing between 93,000 and 236,000 tons. See, if we were animals which lived in water, we would suffer from many diseases. Now you may feel bad for these animals. I really wish before I die, not only we, the whole world die. Um, Before the world gets vanished, I only want to see that the world should be clean without plastic. See, still the world, the major plastic manufacturers or the US is struggling from stopping plastic substances getting into water and saying good advices for people to not use plastic. This plastic production from the year 1950 to 2015, it was a global success story. It had a continuous growth for more than 50 years. The plastic pollution ramped up from 1.5 million ton in 1950 to 332 million ton in 2015. In 2015, global plastic production grew by 3.4 percentage compared to 2014. Compound annual growth rate, which is also known as CAGR, from 1950 to 2015 is about 8.6 percentage. So this is a fraction of the global plastic waste generated by industry based on packaging. Agriculture 3%, automotive 9%, electrical and electronic is 6%, building and construction buildings 19%, others 22%, but packaging 40%. The total quantity of plastic waste produced by China and USA per year. The total plastic waste to manage is equal to the sum of domestic and imported plastic waste over this period. China imported between 7 and 9 million tons of plastic waste per year. In 2016, this figure was 7.35 million tons. How can one reduce the usage of plastic? Here is the main part in which we should all be concentrating. Avoid single use of plastic such as drinking straws, etc. If you go shopping, remember to take a cloth bag. I have seen many people not taking a cloth bag but who are using the plastic bags. So this is the important point for everyone. Recycled recycled chewing gums it's also made of plastic. See, the ones we chew, whenever we chew the gum, we always spit it in the floor or in whenever we go to the mall, we spit it not inside the dustbin, but outside the outside part of the dustbin. So this is what you should be doing: recycling the chewing gums. Buy more bulk food and fewer packaged food products. Actually, replace plastic Tupperware for glass or steel containers. Tupperware means the plastic mug, plastic cups, etc. to glass or steel containers. The ways to be adopted at home to avoid use of plastic materials: use reusable bags and pouches. Avoid the use of plastic disposable materials. Avoid plastic packaging. Do not buy water in plastic bottles. Drink less by car. Drive less by car and choose a lightweight car. Avoid plastic microbeads in personal care products. What other alternatives can you suggest in place of plastic? Glass, platinum silicone, beeswax or coated cloth, natural fiber cloth, wood, bamboo, pottery and other ceramics, etc. Fraction of the global waste recycled so far. How much of global plastic is recycled? You may think this question. The answer is, in summary, it's estimated that in 2015, around 55% of global plastic waste was discarded, 25% was incinerated, and 20% was recycled. Of the plastic produced between 1950 and 2050, only 9% was recycled. See, this is the fraction of the global plastic waste recycled so far. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I really thank you all to spare some time for me. Hope you enjoyed the presentation and hope it was, um, more informative. So what did we learn today? We learned many things more than yesterday. So hope you all stay home and stay safe from COVID-19. Wear mask. Don't forget to sanitize your hands. Take a bath whenever you come outside playing with anyone. Thank you and bye bye.